welcome back to my channel. Okay. Yeah, so that wasn't planned.
Yes.
But yes, welcome to my channel. I've got a guest here, Wyllene, who will soon have a channel of her own.
Yes.
Do you want to do a short little plug for what it would be called so they know to go over there?
So my channel will be called HOTand, and yeah, I mean,
Tea.
right, like hi, you know, smoke a little of the wacky tobacco along with putting a little bit of that tea, you know.
Wait, that a what? That.
Whoa! That tea, you know, and we're gonna spill a little bit of tea, talk a little bit about a tea, and you know, that Jasmine will also be on one of my videos on my channel. So you know,
you gotta keep coming back to the content.
Come back
and you see what's going on.
You already know.
But this video is kind of serious. It is, I mean, serious in what the topic is, not serious in the way that it gets talked about.
Right.
Because the sillies are a thing that you can't control. But the topic of conversation, and I wrote it down in the notes, in the good old notes, and sent it to both Wyllene and I. And that is a little disclaimer right now. I think we should have a particular moment for Black women.
Yes.
Like, hello.
Like right now?
Like right now.
Okay.
This is not to
Exclude
anybody
no
except for.
Oh,
no,
I'm
being exclusive.
Oh, okay, I'm like,
I think as two Black women, and I don't think that it's locked into a binary of like
no,
like this is what all Black women look like.
No.
Black trans women, Black non-binary, like, you know, non-binary women, my Black people, but who are non-cis,
period,
heteronormative men. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I just said? This is who I'm talking to. Insert what Wyllene was just talking about in terms of like the labor and expectations that we put on ourselves.
Not put on Black men at all, and I can say that wholeheartedly.
I'm gonna let Wyllene go on
even
that.
Going all the way there.
I don't disagree, but like,
bro,
people look at me like
Jasmine,
let me start.
Black
That's
women,
not true.
no, Black women have it 10 times harder. Let me just tell you, because when we pop out, we are automatically seen as being weaker or whatever, but it's on the contrary. It be on the contrary. Don't let you be a big Black woman, because I feel like I have a whole nother structure like set against me, because it's like
all these expectations.
Either you're loud, you gotta be hella jovial, like you gotta be funny all the time. I'm not Monique, I'm not Precious, I'm not none of that shit. So it's like, okay, like when those shit come out, bro,
you
like,
I'm not Precious. I'm not. But
I'm sorry. Let me not even go on a rant on like when like I don't hate on them.
So let's like in terms of yourself or the Black women that are in your life, right?
Oh my
I think it's real.
It is, because it starts in the household. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, growing up, my sisters were like, we don't want you to be a loud fat Black girl.
Yeah.
And that was like inside the house. So it was like, you don't like. It's weird, because at that young of age, I had to learn how to not internalize what other people said to me. And that's like, fuck. Like, at 6 years old, you're already having to know, like, how to not internalize what other people say to you. Like, that's some bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. Like, I couldn't go around and be like, I want to be a princess. It was like, no, I don't want to be seen as a fat, Black, loud girl.
And similar but different experience. And I think also this probably is like environments that we were raised in.
Yeah.
I was by no means household-wise living in like suburbia.
I wasn't bullied in house.
Well, no, not like that. I'm talking about like where I live.
Oh,
like
I live in the ghetto.
Right. I didn't. Oh well, no.
I
did. But like it's a weird concoction of like how I've come to be. Well, no, I lived in Oak Park. Whereas like at the time, but still is, but like it's being gentrified, the hood. But I also lived in North Carolina for 3 years, and it wasn't like a bad neighborhood, but it was a low income neighborhood, right? And so I don't have a suburban lifestyle, but I have a proximity to a middle class family. My immediate family, my mom and my dad and my siblings, we were not middle class at all. My dad, this is like no tea, no shade, the world is real, had jobs at Circle K and would work there at night, and my mom would stay at home. This is not that video, right? But my relationship to kind of, and I'm gonna try to keep it in the theme. I forgot what number 2 was.
We were talking about like comparing ourselves to other people.
Yeah, how to create our own goals.
Oh, yep.
Well, at this point, yeah, how to create our own goals. But I think this is still our PSA to Black women.
Yeah.
I forgot what the camera is. My Black women. Sorry to everybody who feels excluded. I really am not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
But I think it's important to explain internally how you view yourself, because that explains how you view yourself through others too. What I mean by that is, college is what brought me to an understanding my Blackness. Because I was Jasmine, you're such an Oreo. Wow. I was called an Oreo many times. Jasmine, you talk like a white girl. It's from other white people, and Black people too. But like the Black people that were like the Oreos too. So I'm like, an Oreo called Oreo on Oreo? What kind of nonsense is that? We just don't sell Oreos. But like, that was the thing in my mind, and a memory that I have that was like the Joneses. In that was, I went to this school, South Charlotte Mecklenburg Middle School, in a bougie ass neighborhood, like Providence type. The houses are big. North Carolina, I don't know if you've been to like the South. Big ass houses. Yeah. They're for cheap, but like they're big and like they have their own movie theater. Big ass shit. Like I had to get on a bus for an hour to get there to go to school. Which is like whatever was fine. The bus was great. But the friends that I had money. They had money. They were like country club money, and I would invite them over to my home. And things now like money. One girl came to my home for my birthday party when I was going to High School Musical for my birthday, and my mom had cleaned the house. And in my mind, I'm already nervous. Like I have a nervousness of them coming into my home, right? Of them coming to this kind of neighborhood. And I'm like, Mom, let's make sure it's all organized. Let's make this small thing that we have look big. And like, this is like I appreciate and love my mom for a lot of different reasons, but like she prepared I just think back on all her labor, and appreciate it so much more now too. This is not that video.
Oh my God! But it is, because we're talking about Black women and how much we go above and beyond
like, with nothing, with nothing.
Nigga, you could have a loaf of bread and like
turn it into like a spread. Which is what my mom did. I come home and she's like, she's cleaning, she's getting things organized. Like they get there and I'm too stressed cleaning my room when I come up, and I'm kind of seeing what my mom did as my friends are seeing it. So because I have all these internal, just like, I just hope everything goes well. Right. So the hour that they're in my home, I just want them to think that we're good Black people, that we're respectable Black people, that I'm a respectable Black person that comes from, and I can't control my siblings. So how am I going to be able to present this to them? Right. I come outside and I look at the table, and my mom literally, she has this fried shrimp bucket. She has all these different like foods and sodas and biscuits, and it looks impressive, right? To a point where my friends were like, whoa, like your mom did a lot. And I'm over here trying to like talk it up, like, and you see what my mom prepared for you here? I'm like over here being a hostess. But like low key, it almost felt like, now that I think about it, a maid to my friends, because I wanted to overcompensate and take care of them to a level of I now am a service person, because I wanted them to have such a great experience. But it's because of like my kind of messed up views of wanting to be a good Black person. Like that same white girl, her dad stayed in the car across the street for the entire day that we were there because of, maybe the threat of the neighborhood. And I didn't think about it back then, of course, but I'm thinking about it now, that he stayed in the car because, and like, and that was a whatever. But in terms of the Joneses, he was.
I'm sorry. It's funny making eye contact with myself, but
I mean, anti-Blackness is a real network.
I know, that's so crazy.
But like that's like the Joneses to me. I wanted to keep those friends. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work to constantly be cognizant of my Blackness, trying to erase it. right? I was like erasing and trying to keep it at bay, but knowing that the reason why I'm trying to keep it at bay is because I'm black. And so for me, it was just like a weird internalized successes erasing my relationship to blackness because I'm a Michelle Obama. No, like Michelle Obama does not think this way, but in my mind, what Michelle Obama represented and looked like was elegance and money and success, and I did not equate those things, and it's really ridiculous and embarrassing to admit, but I didn't equate those things to blackness and black people and black culture. I thought exactly, probably that's why I think I relate to white people, not relate to them, but understand how they think a little bit when they have not been given a racism 101 book, a privilege 101 book, really just kind of anything outside of their whiteness 101 book, how they create these very kind of binaristic thinkings of black people. I get it, because like I for so long was in the hive mind. I loved little white boys. I recently have moved on from that. I've worked on like, are we saying this? I'm saying it. I've recently started loving black men.
See,
being attracted to
every other thing.
Okay.
But I feel like it's different.
It's like
it's crazy. We grew up in like two different like mindsets. Yeah.
Also,
like,
this video will be what it is. The topic, it's just like us talking about being black women, like us talking about our relationships to our lives
and being black
and like, that's literally an endless conversation. Like, because think about 11-year-old me and 22-year-old me.
How
so much happier that I'm I think 11-year-old me had a lot of problems with myself that exceeded just like myself.
Right.
They were just like also issues of race, issues of class. Like I had a lot of just like things that I put on myself that I wanted to like overcome, that I wanted to be like the exception to.
Right.
And then I realized, I think at some point along the road, I realized, this is gonna sound kind of weird, that I'm not special, right? That I'm not like this exception. I'm not this spectacular smart black woman, as though like that in order to be spectacular in black, you have to talk white, that you have to, win all the awards among white people. Like I was like, when I win there, I am now the different type of black person. Mm-hmm. Oh no, we're doing a video. We're doing a YouTube video. We're recording. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? We look how we look. You want to say how you do? You're right here.
It's like I'm a guest.
You might as well be like, just be like, hey.
Do I get to see you in the video?
Just be like, hey, teachers matter. How's it going?
Come on,
get in, just like,
hey. I cover one.
Move out of my blackness.
Right.
And that's how I would be special.
Yes.
And like that is, and I think that to any black girl right now that's like going through that, it is bullshit.
But I think it's in here.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying, speak to you, like speaking to like, because this is on the internet, right? And like anybody who wants to can click on this link, open it, and I'm like, we don't know who we touch.
You don't have to conform to nobody. Let me tell you.
You are not special because you.
I didn't win amongst white dreads. I didn't want to get all of the things that like make me. Like I was so afraid of it because I was afraid of what people were going to think. Right. And obviously, people are. I feel like, people are always going to say something about you because the first thing they see, because people don't realize that I have piercings in my face and tattoos and all that. They see that I'm black. They see that I'm black. Like, I mean, past all of this shit is I'm black and my dreads. Like, that's the first thing, and that was so alarming to me because I was afraid that I could either get discriminated against. I feel like I still do. Like, especially like in the profession that we're in, like debate is such a racist space that,
microaggressions, like it's not even a big thing. People think that like racism is when somebody hits you with a harsh ER.
Right.
Or somebody hits you with like the get out of here, you're not safe. But it's like it's not just
people
those things.
Ignoring you, people not talking to you, people not understanding like your role as if
intentionally or unintentionally, because they've just been raised to not give as much respect.
I hate when people look past me and you know you see me. Because my biggest thing is I'm a big black woman. I don't care how hard you try to look past me. I'm here, so do not ignore me.
You're the angry black woman, or you're the Jezebel, or either the Oreo / like what is it, Olivia Pope? Like we're cooning for against our race. Like we're only fucking wanting a white man, and that makes us like fucking messed up. Like it's so many different things that we're put in a relationship to, other than just us as individuals and people who yes had to grow up and internalize those tropes that are put on us as children and up, and you want to question why we have issues and have sometimes become those tropes, right? Like I don't think there's anything wrong about being like a welfare queen in terms of the trope. Like if you are a black single mother living in the hood and cannot have access to resources yourself and need governmental access, like that's just. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I am saying that anti-blackness as a structure / like the way in which the logic of the world has been particularized post-slavery onto black people has produced. I'm mad that you over here being like,
I'm like, it looks like I don't have an eyebrow. Like, there's hair there, just to let y'all know.
I'm just mad at, like, you know, like, my hair texture is clearly not in the 4s, apparently. I've learned. We are put in relationships to those tropes because of structural things that are attached to slavery. You can at me, I'm gonna do the thing where it's like, debate me about it or change my mind. You can't, because like a fact is a fact. And it's not that these tropes are bad, like being a Jezebel is bad, like being sexually affirmed in your body, or, you know, being in need of, resources from the state is something that you should be like ashamed of. It's one, you're an individual. 2, these structural conditions are intentionally put on you. You have a choice of your individual. It's the way in which other individuals and how they have been trained have been forced to only see you in that way. That's what's fucked up. Right. Just want to make that clear. Like, oh my God, they just said being ghetto is bad. No, it's that you only see black women within those positions, and like we're never
My job as a black woman, as an educated black woman, is to make people guess. Because I'm not an open book.
Where is she? Where is she?
And that's why
politically, and not politically in that way, but where is she and how she orients herself to her blackness?
Right, and it's just like it's all over the place because nobody knows how to pigeonhole me, and it's because I'm not meant to be pigeonholed. Nobody is meant to be pigeonholed.
Chit.
Fuck how people feel.
Something that I've been thinking about a lot. Something that my Facebook has been calling on my spirit to speak on, and that is just like black women are demonized for affirming themselves.
As in what? In what way?
As in, if we succeed in something, we have to be kind of tame about celebrating that success. So like on Facebook, if I'm like, cause I am that bitch and I did this and I'm a winner and all that stuff, like people would like be like, she's overfilling herself, or she's a bitch, or she's arrogant, or
you ain't doing nothing,
or you actually aren't that good, right? It's like they want to chip away and take it away because to affirm that is seen as been doing too much,
right?
But it's like, do you know how much it took to get there, and how much not even just materially get there and whatever your competitive and your goals are, whatever you succeed is, but like how much it internally took to accept that as a celebration for yourself, to then choose to make it external. Cause like I battle everything. It's like I'm not as present on Facebook, like that I battle with celebrating myself externally with people because I feel like it's selfish. I feel like it diminishes the success that I should always work in silence, because that is just what I need to do. But do you know what phrase hits me when I do that, when I think that way? Is Zora Neale Hurston, Their Eyes Were Watching God. That's the book. And in it, there's a quote that says, black woman, the mule of the world, right? In terms of You know how mules,
Yeah.
they hold all those bags
mhm.
on those long journeys because that's just what that's just what they do. But you need the mule.
Right.
You need the mule to go on that long journey. But they hold the bags. For some of you who aren't familiar, Erykah Badu, bag lady. Thank you, Brooke. Put me onto it. Holding them bags, not knowing where you're going, but you are just holding them constantly. That's how I feel about when I see black men, white people, just going on. To all those who like to, you know, and I'm not saying that their celebration is bad and that you shouldn't, but I think that you should
we don't get the same
understand
platform,
that
right.
when you shit on black women for doing it, it diminishes the internal struggle that it took to be okay to do that. And I think that you should reflect on that a little bit more when you're like, why is she, you know, celebrating herself? That's not to say that black women aren't fucked up.
No.
We can do some fucked up things and can say fucked up things. But like
you're saying, it's not the same because like how you were just saying, everybody else can imitate a black woman. But when a black woman does it, it ain't cool.
Right. It's doing too much. It's doing too much. She's like, oh, she's feeling herself too much. Yes, I am feeling myself too much.
But y'all
like,
out there
what's the problem?
Like you said, yes, queen and all that other shit. But yes, queen came from
everybody
a black
wants to celebrate a black woman until it comes to celebrate a black woman. Everybody wants to, in theory, celebrate black women.
Rihanna.
But when it comes to celebrating black women, actually, poofed.
I feel like you're a local black woman. Y'all are overlooked versus somebody who is
a tourist. When they come in, they're like, "Ooh, who's she?"
Right. Brag on yourself. It's such a. I don't even know how to do it.
Right.
Really?
Because you're fighting an idea.
Right.
You're fighting other people's ideas of what you are rather than you. So their ideas of like black women that they care and love and celebrate because they think that's the ideal way that black women are always like I hate it when they're like, and like this is just like there are so many different segments that we can talk about independently. Like this began to be about savings and like finances. That could be a little YouTube video that we get to. We're already 46 minutes in. You're gonna be. Anyway, I ain't putting on a show. I am. But like this idea that people have of what black women mean to them is different because it's an external expectation of how then they begin to love and cry for and mourn for and celebrate for black women. But it's not me. And so when I think, but I am a black woman, what are they celebrating? Because whenever I depart from that idea, when I'm no longer that icon, vocab word, icon of what they spectacularize, they celebrate, and you know, what is it? I am now chasing how to become that spectacle,
like
to become that icon. It's like exalt. Oh, thank you. Exalt, like exalted. Mm-hmm. Like they exalt, you know, and behold black women. It's like I'm not spectacular. I am spectacular, right? Mm-hmm. But like I am a god, right? And they cry for and care for black women as though they are this deity that represents true self-sacrifice and service to the world. And I'm like, yo, I have the same kind of drive and goals and things that I'm dealing with as you are, but you then put additional kind of tropes on, but you are the symbol of overcoming. But when I overcome, you want to be like, sit the fuck down. Well, you know, and it's messed up. It creates cognitive dissonance. Another vocab word, cognitive dissonance, when something does not meet up with the way that it's actually happening. There creates some kind of like, things aren't working. This does not meet the definition. How do I internalize that? It creates cognitive dissonance. It's not matching up. That's what happens for black women. It's like, how do I relate to the world and to myself?
I feel like that's where I'm coming with like just YouTube content in general. Is like, you know, even if I were to go on there and like talk about some real shit that I know all black women go through, I'm like, but
in different like frequencies and variances, but like, yeah.
But like, do I want to voice that opinion? Like, would that be accepted by the masses? And it's like, this is not meant for the masses.
Right.
Like, I feel like at a point, like
they can click on it. Anybody can click on this video,
but
and
it ain't, it's like
and dislike it on their own kind of feelings.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's like this will speak to and will be accepted by who it was meant to be liked and celebrated by.
Right.
And I think that for a lot of the people that we look up to, right, don't do it to be liked by everyone. And I think that's part of our theme is that I'm not trying to be loved by, like, you know,
or
the
liked.
world. Because if this idea thing is right, whatever idea of a version of a black woman that you think is one that then is who the world should all love, is you putting black woman into a particular icon or spectacularization that is not representative of all black women, because we come in all shapes, sizes, orientations to gender, sexualities. It's just like, it's just not gonna work. And so, to anyone who's mad about this video, thank you. My hand is not pretty with it. My hand, who got Apple Watches? Mine dead though.
Oh, Apple game.
Not even a flex, just busted hands. I don't care. I actually look forward to this gets a dislike. If this gets a dislike, I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be like, ooh,
that means
I create some controversy for somebody.
Right.
He's mad. Yeah, be black, be bold. And if you're an ally, you're an ally. If you're a white person who's like, yeah, I get it. Not get it, because you'll never get it.
No.
But
you have some type of understanding.
Some understanding.
Some type of understanding, because you can't have the fool.
No, you can't.
I don't care how, Lord Jesus. I was like, I don't care what trailer park you stay in. You ain't never gonna connect to like how it is to really be black.
The trailer park can be in the promenade,
ghetto,
or it can be in the ghetto. It can be in the middle class suburbia, or it can be in like Calabasas.
Mama, or welfare.
When I say Calabasas, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Talk about it. No. Don't give a finna. Like, please. No. Can't nobody recreate.
These are real black women here.
Black women. These,
the ones in Calabasas. This is a good.
I think this is a good ending, because we are at work.
We are at work, but also this has been like 52 minutes, and I'm gonna have to edit this and figure out. It went by, but like I'm gonna figure out how to edit this.
I'm sorry, stop.
Girl, we gotta create an outro. But yes. To the black women who are watching this, my black people, I'm hoping that this reaches out to a black girl who's growing up and knows that you're not alone, you're not individual in these experiences that you're having. It gets better. You get older. You get to celebrate. I think you get to celebrate your younger self now too. Love you.
And let me hop into that auntie mode, just like, baby,
okay,
you ain't gotta worry about what nobody else says. I love you. And just know that you have to love yourself first before you have anybody love you. And you just gotta make sure you say those positive affirmations in the mirror. I know you may seem that as being corny or whatnot. I got them written on my window. Just make sure you remind yourself of who you are every day and why you are here. You are here for a purpose.
Right.
Know that.
All right, a word. Thank you so much, Wyllene, for coming over to the channel.
And
this was a good time. Back. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you whenever the fuck I see you next.
And her nails are gonna be done, because I'm gonna have to take it to the nail shop. Lord Jesus. Baby over here looking like Gremlin. Grimace.
Bye.